is a fantasy survival horror Malison, the Cursed City is a fantasy survival horror RPG published by Devolver Digital, currently in development, in which you investigate a sinister city filled with hundreds of grotesque monsters, demons, and weirdos. It focuses on exploration and atmosphere. Its main influences are both classic Western RPGs like Baldur's Gate, Japanese RPGs like Final Fantasy, as well as survival horror games such as the Resident Evil and Silent Hill series. As you sneak through the city, you encounter all sorts of strange characters, many of which you can speak to, trade with, recruit to your cause, steal from, or even attack if you so choose. You can approach this game in a million ways. It's up to you how you plan to survive. Your actions may lead to wealth, disaster, betrayal, or may even lead to uncovering some of the city's darkest secrets and the game's many hidden endings. The main character is no powerful hero. You awaken in the city transformed into a weak, frail goblin, and may need to rely on desperate measures for your survival. You will likely need help from other survivors you meet, and it is up to you to decide who you trust and recruit to your cause. Combat is in a classic turn-based style with a focus on managing scarce resources and building unique strategies by recruiting all sorts of different party members, equipping them, and teaching them new skills. Monsters move closer to you during combat, increasing the threat and tension as they begin using their more devastating attacks. You do not want them too close. I stream development work of Malison Tuesday to Friday at 7 p.m. EST on Twitch. I also have new development update streams on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. EST. There is also a Discord you can join for the game. Check below. Malison does have durability on everything, by the way, folks. Everything breaks in Malison. Even rings. Even rings. Yippee! Except things... Except instead of breaking from a chance, like a dice roll, it's... Oh, wait, the ad break just started. I'll wait till it ends. All right, we're back. We're back, folks. We're out of the ads. All right. So yes, in Malison, everything has durability. Even the most unique rare items, not just weapons, but armor and rings, accessories, everything can break in Malison. However, it doesn't break on a chance. It's not based on chance like it is in Look Outside. Look Outside, it's like a 10% chance every time you attack, basically, with a few tweaks. Like if you've just gotten a weapon, usually the first few hits are safe and stuff like that, but in general, in Malison, yes, it's an actual durability meter. Like you see a number, Like you find a weapon and it's gonna have 40 of durability or something, right? And also 40 doesn't mean you can use it 40 times. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Like if you attack an enemy with no armor, with no defense, it actually takes multiple hits for it to lose a single durability point. Well, if you hit an enemy with like a heavily armored enemy, durability goes down for every hit. Oh wait, hang on. Oh yeah, the webcam's... Hang on. Did my webcam die? This is like a new webcam. Hang on. This is the first time it... No, is it the first time it does this? Hang on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. There you go. But yes, so in Malison, it's all durability, actual durability numbers. But there's a few exceptions. There's a few things that actually do just have a chance to break, and basically any weapon in Malison that's described as crude or rusty, or any weapon that's described in a way that makes it seem like it's trash, have a chance to just break on any attack. They all have a chance to break early. It's the way I said it, it's like if it has 50% of its durability left,
Like based on the durability left it has like there's a different roll every time you hit with it. So weapons break really early all the time if they're not if they're like damaged or rusty or stuff like that. So yeah, that's yeah, Malison has a lot more going on with the weapon durability stuff. All right, folks, let's play some music and then let's get into God Mutt. Ooh. Mutt is going to use the lockpicks in the same way that Kaylee does. In the same way that Kaylee uses, her special abilities. Basically every few turns, you just have a random party member locked out. So that's pretty bad. And it's gonna make yeah, although it's not Kaylee does that action every turn, while God Mutt does that action every 3 turns for 1 turn. So that means single player God Mutt basically means you lose 1 turn every 3 turns. So that should still be possible, but that's going to be tough. That's going to be it's like for every 2 turns you have God Mutt gets a 3rd turn essentially. I imagine something really bizarre for Lockout. Like she stabs you with one of her key limbs and like actually locks, like something weird and surreal like that. All right. So, let's keep working on this boss battle. Mm-hmm. Well, it all depends on the items that Mutt has. So, yeah, the idea is meant to be that you. The idea is meant to be that you use your money to remove whichever attacks you feel are the most dangerous, or whichever buffs or whatever. Okay. So yes, I wanted to add the trophy as a separate enemy. I wanted to add the trophy as a separate thing in the fight. I wouldn't call this one major. It's a lot of bug fixes and a few little additions. But I wouldn't call it a major update. The game isn't going to change substantially from this point on. From this point on, the game as it is now, it's more or less going to remain like that. With, a few little things, a few little Easter eggs, one boss that I didn't have time to properly... A few bosses, actually, that kind of need a few tweaks, some balancing. Yeah, nothing too major. Yeah, that should be much easier now to spot the problems. It's definitely something I appreciate. Oh, speaking of trophies, I actually should be receiving. I think I'm going to be receiving um, my horror game awards trophies tomorrow. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I got a package waiting for me at the post office, so I feel like it's pretty likely to be that. It could be something else, but your sweat and tears. Yes. Yeah, yes, on Silent Wheel. Yes, it did have a name. Hang on. Void Trawler. It was called Void Trawler. It's definitely... It's definitely one of those things I want to go back to at one point. Yep, it is. That was inspired by Iron Lung. It was straight up inspired by Iron Lung. That was me trying, like, basically thinking, what if Iron Lung was like closer to an immersive sim? That was the idea. You know, still the same kind of limit, like having very limited feedback of outside, but sort of making it to a bit of an extreme where you're just looking at a computer terminal and you don't even know that you don't even realize what situation you're in at the start of the game. That's part of it. You know, when the game starts, you're not meant to even know what's happening. You just think you're just meant to think, "Oh, I'm interacting with a computer," right? And then over time, you start to realize, wait, am I in a spaceship? You know? And then you start realizing, holy shit, you know? There's like this slow unfolding of realizing what's actually happening, you know? That was the idea. It's a trophy. It's more of a crater. Did anyone here actually see Iron Lung? I haven't seen it yet. I probably will. I like the game, obviously. I enjoy the game. And I like Markiplier. I like Markiplier. Did it? Yeah, I heard it's. I mean the movie that I knew about setting that record was Brain Dead, which is yeah, Brain Dead or Dead Alive, which is my favorite horror movie. Yeah, Brain Dead's a lot of fun. Brain Dead is a lot of fun. It's a goofy ass movie. It's very infamously violent and gory, but it's also like a comedy, which is a fun. Which I think is a. I guess it's obvious considering what Look Outside is like, but I just really like this combination. I guess it's not gonna be a big surprise to anyone that I like that combination. I have not seen neither of these yet. I heard a lot of good things about both. Wow. I can't believe Unsant Will said kill gameplay. I can't believe Unsilent Will said kill gameplay. Damn, it's true. A lot of smoke and mirrors. Yep. Yeah, I made most of the bosses. and like maybe half of the enemies in the Kingdom of the Dump. Yep. But I was not otherwise really involved with the project, because when I got onto the project, I asked to please like sort of be kept in the dark for the most part, because I wanted to experience playing it for myself. Like I wanted to both work on it, but also get to play it as if I didn't work on it. Yeah, have my cake and eat it too. And I'm very glad I did. That was, I really do get to play it as if I had not worked on it. I mean, the bosses are, I'm less surprised by the boss designs and stuff, but that's about the only, Because yeah, when you work on a game and you work on all like most of the aspects of it, like I don't know, you don't really get the same experience playing it, you know? You don't really get to enjoy playing it in the same way. I mean, it depends. It depends on how much you were involved, I suppose, but... And also, it depends on the genre. You know, there's some game genres where you absolutely can enjoy playing it. Like roguelikes. You know, roguelikes or management games. Games that are kind of like toys. You can probably enjoy playing those even if you made them. Well, any game where you're like... Any game that isn't too, like, you know, narrative focused. Like, Look Outside, I think, is a particularly bad game for enjoying it if you worked on it. Like, I can't really enjoy playing Look Outside at all. Because so much of Look Outside is about discovery. So if you made it, then you just can't, you know? You're not getting the discovery at all because you literally know everything about it. So that's one of, you know, that's like the genre of game where you get to enjoy it the least after you worked on it, you know? But look for, like, you know, a roguelike, like a classic roguelike, like NetHack. I imagine, you know, people who worked on it actually have a lot of fun playing through it. Because, you know, you're kind of discovering a version of the game every time you play it, you know? Yeah, I mean, someone's working on a Look Outside like. I can't wait to play it. I wonder how it's... I hope it's doing well, that project. That one's set in a metro station. I hope it's doing well. I'm excited to play it. Seems like they put a lot of work into it already. I don't think so, Brutus. That would be a lot of work, and these animated cutscenes are particularly annoying to work on because I have to make them using the built-in RPG Maker battle animation system, and it's not fun to work with. It's very cumbersome. There's no layers, there's nothing. To, like, reach something that's underneath something else, you actually have to move the thing that's on top. It's very frustrating to work with. The last bit of animation I did for that was using the meteor strike animation, which is kind of ugly. The meteor strike animation, I think, like the animation part of it is really bad. The art looks okay. It's fine. But man, it was just such a pain to try to make it look like it's so awkward to do the animations. It's so awkward. Well, the thing about RPG Maker is that the thing that I really like about RPG Maker is that like you can absolutely skip the planning stage and just go straight into trying to make something, you know? Because and for small projects, that's actually a very helpful approach for very small projects. For a larger project, that turns into a nightmare. But if the project is small enough, it can be a good idea to just go straight to putting together the locations, you know. I find that sometimes, especially if you're not really used to like the process of making something, planning everything ahead is sometimes kind of weirdly counterproductive. Especially if you haven't really done that before. Planning is this weird thing. Yeah. Is that once you plan something, it kind of becomes this weird, complicated thing that's inflexible. And then if things don't really work out later, then it's awkward to try to fix it because it's this big, completed, chunk of work. But also, another reason, though, is that once you do the planning, once you put your idea on paper, once you put your idea on paper, it kind of like satisfies your creativity in a sense, in a way that you now don't need to try to make it anymore as much, right? It's like when you put an idea on paper, a part of your motivation to actually put that in practice and make it goes away. Because you've had this sort of satisfaction to see the idea come together as a document. And so when you're not used to doing it, and that means your motivation to work on something is going to be fragile already, and that's just normal, that's just how it is. Actually, yeah, like planning it out in detail becomes actually something that can sap a little bit of your motivation. Now, sometimes if the project is big enough, there's just no way to get around having to plan it. But this is another reason why you need to be careful about over planning things. Because yeah, it can lead to sort of it a lot of projects can end up just dying on the vine because they were like planned in detail. If the only motivation to work on the project was just creative motivation, because that creative motivation is sated in some way by putting it on paper.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
Well, that's not that surprising for a big project like a big major studio project like Deus Ex Human Revolution. Like that's a big that's a big studio with like a lot of employees. Yeah, it's like a big studio with a lot of employees that have worked together probably on multiple things that like before, and like they have a process, they have a whole system. So that's just part of like the, yeah, it's very different from like a personal project. Like here, when I'm talking about this, I'm really talking about personal projects here. But yes, so I would say be careful about you can still do some planning, but be careful about over planning things because yeah, it satisfies a little bit the creative impulse. And that can lead to actually making fewer things in the long run. That's something I found is very true. So I try usually to like basically the way I work on it, the way I do it is sometimes I just put some vague ideas down somewhere, and then as soon as I find myself like adding way more little detail to the plan, to me that's like the call to, okay, wait, let's stop planning, let's just do it. Let's just start doing it, even if I'm not too sure how to do it yet. Like once I reach to a certain level of granularity, to me that's like a sign that's like, okay, wait, this is getting a bit more serious, so I need to shift from putting it on papers for it to die. It's like, think of it as, okay, if you're starting to put a lot of granular detail, you're actually etching your ID onto a grave. This is a tomb that you're etching. So yeah, you have to shift. You have to shift to actually trying to put it in practice. That's how I see it, anyway. Sure. I mean, obviously, there's other barriers to actually like getting a project off the floor. But motivation, I think, is generally one of the more fragile parts of it. If you're not doing something for your job, anything that's like a personal hobby thing, managing motivation becomes a major element of it. Okay, I think I'm satisfied that this looks the same as this. Not fully, but... Alright, I'm gonna go make me some tea, folks. This feels more like it should be, like, framing this, though. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna be right back with some tea, folks. I'll be back with some... Actually, you know what? Maybe not tea. Maybe it's time to... Maybe it's time for the final The final fancy hot cocoa. I just have one orb. I just have one chocolate orb left. Just one. I only have one of those overpriced chocolate orbs left. In the end, I would say they were not really worth it. They were not really worth it. But, you know, it's still nice to treat yourself sometimes. This was something like $30 or something. It was something like that. Hot chocolate bombs. The brand is called Bomb Bombs, so maybe that can show you the price if you look it up. But yeah, it's it was just five chocolate orbs, so very overpriced. But you know, I wanted to treat myself to some fancy hot cocoa. So I got me that. All right. I'll be right back with some hot cocoa. Oh, that's right now is just a cup of milk with a chocolate bomb floating in there. So it needs to melt in there. I'll wait for it to melt. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the trophy. Very good. It's good, dogs. Very good, dogs. I'm glad, Alexandrite Studio. All right, I think we have a breach on the chocolate bomb. The fact the marshmallows are pouring out. The payload of marshmallows. The marshmallow payload has been released from within. That's gore. Gore of your comfort food. That's gore. That's gore of my comfort food. All right. The trophy is basically going to do Black Hole and a few other spells. Spell-like abilities. Yep. That will remove the trophy from the fight. That's the whole point. It's a fight you can essentially customize by buying more items. That's the idea. In the back entrance. Okay, so the trophy is going to do a bunk and a glint, and every 3 turns it's going to do the shine attack. There you go. See the lack of layers is really annoying. Oh. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, I had one missing actually. Yeah, I was not actually checking for the trophy yet. Whoops. Yeah, I was not actually checking the trophy yet. That's why it's not showing up yet. That's 12.95. 12.95. Okay, so the trophy needs to be moved further up, and it needs to move more. Okay. And is it behind? What's the layering on it? I can't really tell if it's behind this. Okay, okay, it's behind too many things still. Okay. I'll put it like down there. That should do it, I think. Okay, it's still not... So I did move it down. Is it layering better now? No. Or maybe it is, but I need to move it further up. Let's make it like minus 280. Also, let's make it move more. Like maybe 48 and 16. Wait, is it still behind the... Is it still behind that? Okay, it's not. Okay, okay. It's not behind that, at least. Okay. So I need to move it further up still. Need to move this further down. Maybe 320 here. Okay, all items. Okay, there you go. Okay, it needs to move a little more than that. Okay, it needs to move a little more than that. I'm gonna increase the speed of the vertical wave. And I'm gonna widen the horizontal wave a little further. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, this is getting closer. This is getting closer to what I want here. It's more of a figure 8 there motion. That's good. Just need to widen it a little bit. And also, I'm gonna move it just a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher here. And maybe widen this like 120. About the same speed. Just a little bit wider vertically. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna make it tilt. It would be possible, because I already did this for the mask, which I'm very happy with. The effects of the mask I'm very happy with. A lot of really subtle visual bits to that fight that I'm very happy with. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. This fight's gonna be a nightmare. This fight is gonna be a nightmare. I can probably move some of these a little closer. I can probably move this part of the top body here. I can probably move it in a bit. I can probably move Mutt's body a little bit as well. Let's just move a few things. Oh, I can't actually move them much. Okay, like this then. Yeah, because you start seeing the edges. Need to be careful about that. Just watching here to see if any of them have the edge of the sprite poke out. This one isn't good. Just moving this one down a bit. Okay, this is good. I like that. The motion really helps them break, even though they're unfinished sprites, so they kind of meld together a little bit. Even then, the motion is already kind of helping to make them stand apart a bit. Shining Star really sucks. God, this fight is going to be a nightmare. Okay, now for the actual stats of it, it's going to have less HP a bit. So I'm giving it lower HP, but a lot of damage reduction. Oh, what? Oh. There we go. Oh, shit. Ah, the layering's different now. I didn't even touch these two, though. Ah, shit. Ah, come on. Still behind both. Still behind both. Okay, what about now? Still behind both? Come on. Come on. Still behind them. Okay, I'm gonna move them up then. Is that gonna help? God damn it.
Oh no, it's time to stretch.
I can't even touch it anymore, so I can barely touch it now. So now I can't. This is why, like, these controls are so frustrating. Like, I just moved the trophy down there. I almost can't touch it anymore. Because everything is entered manually by, like, messing with the little... Ugh. It's so frustrating how that works. Still, well, okay. Alright. I'm gonna just fucking... You know, do that, I guess. There we go. Annoying. Oh, it doesn't update, of course. Oh, because, need to move it there. There we go. Wait, what? It's not updating it. Oh. There we go. Okay, now, come on. Come on. Come on now. Still, really? What about now? Well, that's annoying. Yeah, I don't know. It's just so finicky. Wait. Oh, wait, is the problem the other way around? No. I don't get it. This looks like it's showing me the layering that I want here. It's literally showing me that layering. It's showing me the layering and then it's just different. That is so frustrating. Is that gonna help? Maybe that's gonna help. Extend it a bit further. Oh, still nothing. Man. Is it an effect? Wait, what if this is just an effect of the trail thing? Is the trail thing changing the rendering order? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the trail thing is just changing the rendering order. Yep. Okay, that's it. It's the trail doing that. It wasn't actually... Okay. Okay. Huh. The trail thing forces it to be part of the background. Okay. I'm not sure why. Okay, let's see if this works better. Okay. There you go. So it's still behind. Looks like I can't really change that it's behind, but at least it's got more room now. It's got more room. Okay, let's split these into all the different parts so we can have all the different versions of each. So we have the head right now. Let's add back body items. You get all the special inventory for free. That's all you get. Okay, so first, let's export You do get Guilt. You do get Guilt. Yeah, I think you might get the vending machine key. No, you should not get your money back. You should not get your money back for beating him. Because that would mean you would have no reason to not spend all of your money on buying items before beating him, if so. So, you know, game design wise, it's way better if you don't get any of your money back. Use imagination as a destination. Use imagination as a destination. Use imagination. Close. So this is going to be body 3 on its own. Back body left. Back body right. Use imagination as a destination. Use imagination as a destination. Use imagination. That's a destination. Use imagination. There's the belt. There's trauma. There's dagger. There's all gear. There is trauma dagger. There's lazy dagger. And there's lazy trauma. Okay, let's implement these. That's all gear. That's lazy dagger. And that's dagger trauma. Or trauma dagger. I need to look at the actual file names here. Trauma dagger, yeah. Lazy dagger. Lazy trauma. Trauma. Dagger. Lazy. Okay. Next, coffee and spear. Body 4. Body all gear. Buddy coffee. Body spear. Okay, let's program these. Alright, which enemy is this again? Yeah, body 3. Which enemy is body 3? Champion belt. Near, middle, back, far. So far will be 5. Which is actually 4 in the code. And this would be 3. This would be 4. For all gear. This would just be spear. This would just be coffee. There we go. Alright, alright. Just 2 more parts to implement. The 2 near body parts. Front body left. Front body right. stun, and champ. Champ. Actually, let's do all gear first. All gear. Champ. And stun. This is 1. And that would be all gear. And this would be stun. And this would be champ. All right, and the final one. Crossbow. Training. And lock picks. All right. So first, without any items. Then with all gear. All gear. Then, okay, let's just do them one by one. Crossbow. Crossbow. We got the lockpicks. There we go. Lockpicks are in. Then training belt. Training. And then we got crossbow and lockpicks. Crossbow lockpicks. Then crossbow training. And finally, lockpick training. I'm glad you like it, Retro Radio. I'm glad you like it. What I'm working on is probably going to be completely nonsense to you. It's gonna look like some nonsense. So now this here should be 2 and all gear. Then we have crossbow training. Then we have lockpick training. And we have... No, actually. Crossbow. Lockpicks. And this one is lockpick training. Training. Crossbow. Lockpicks. Okay, I think this should all work now. Yeah, I think this should work. Let's add now the... Well, let's just run it. Let's just run it right now with all the items. And see... Oh, hang on. No. This one. This one's not right. The regular body 3 isn't right. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Step outside and find yourself love. Okay, let's test this out now. All items. Oh, that did not work. Wait, it feels like it worked for a moment there. What happened? I feel like this worked for a short moment. I feel like it, for just a moment, this worked. Hang on. That's not working. Oh. I didn't set these up properly here. Body 1.
It's time to stretch.
Body 2. Body 3. And body 4. Yeah, let's just do this test, and there we go. There we go. So at least the full one works. We'll have to test all the others too. But for now, let's do a stretch. Do 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 do. Okay, let's do a test first of getting the minimum items. Okay. So choose items. Partial. Okay. I'm just going to go with... Actually, I'm going to go with the first option for each. Okay. Saw. And this. Baton. Crossbow and training belt. Dagger and trauma kit. Spear. And then crosswords. Okay. Everyone has only 2 things. You have the spear, you have that. You have trauma and dagger. Let's just make sure that this matches the actual thing as I picked. So here we got breastplate and saw, yeah. That was for body. Then we have the stun but only, yes, that works. Then we have crossbow and training belt only. Yep, that's the one. Then we have poison dagger and trauma kit. Yep, that's the one. Then we have only the spear. Yep, cool, that works. All right, let's test the second options now. So choose items, partial, saw and helmet. Then we have champion belt. Then we have training belt and lockpicks. Then we have trauma and lazy belt. Then we have coffee and the trophy. Okay, let's again verify that this matches the second options. So we have pickle hob and saw for the main guy. Yeah, that works. Then we have the champion's belt only. Yep. Then we have training belt and lockpicks. Yep. Then we have trauma kit and lazy belt. Yeah. Yes. Then we have the coffee machine. Yep. Cool. That works. Let's pick the third options now. So third option, armor and helmet. No items. Crossbow and lockpicks. Dagger and lazy belt. No items. Neither. Okay. Again, let's go through these. So we have Pickelhauben breastplate, yes. We have no items here. We have crossbow and lockpicks. Yep. We have poison dagger and lazy belt. Yep. We have no items. Yep. Okay, cool. Let's try option number 4. Now we're only checking like 3 things at once. Okay. Choose items. Partial. 4th. All items. 4th. No items. No items. No items. Wait, hang on. Oh, that's not... hang on. One of these wasn't right. Maybe the options I set up weren't right, too. So choose items, partial, saw, no items, only crossbow, only dagger, no items, no items. Okay, this one isn't right. The only dagger is not right. Yeah, the only dagger one is not correct. Okay, only dagger one. Does it exist as a sprite? Oh, I did not actually export the one with just the dagger. I forgot it. Yep, I just forgot that one. Whoops. Whoops. I just forgot that one. Okay. I forgot that one of just the dagger. Let's export it now. Okay, I have it here. I just didn't export it, looks like. Yeah, I actually had saved it. I just had not exported like this. So it was missing in the actual files. Okay. Let's try that again then. Hang on. Oh, that's not working. Oh, whoops. Ah, shit. I closed something. I'm not sure what. I closed something. I'm not sure what. Whoops. Oh, well. I was trying to close the old instance of the game and accidentally closed something else. Whoops. Okay, so let's go with fourth. No items. Fourth. Fourth. No items. No items. Okay, there we go. So dagger, crossbow, nothing else. Good, good, good. Now let's go with option number 5. Normal. Choose. Partial. Number 5, that's helmet. That's no items. That is training belt. And that is trauma kit. And no items. And no items. Yeah, if you buy all of his stuff, he would be very easy to beat. But then you wouldn't actually get anything for beating him. So that's the thing. The more you get for beating him, the harder he is to fight. That's the idea. Also, that would probably take more money than there is in the entire game to buy his entire inventory, I think. That would take a lot of cash. I have no idea how much it would actually cost to buy every single item in his inventory. Like, I actually have no idea if you can. Okay, so, yep, this time here... Wait, you're supposed to have the helmet here. So the belt, the trauma kit, but the helmet is missing. Hang on. The helmet one is there. Maybe I didn't export it. That could be it. Maybe I didn't export it. No, it's there. With only the helmet, it's right there. Huh. Did I just misspell it, maybe? Oh yeah, it's just helm, not helmet. That's the problem. Okay. I just need to type helm here instead of helmet. There we go. Alright, yeah, this one was a simple mistake. Let's test number 6. Let's test number 6 this time. And that's going to be the last test I need to do to make sure that this whole thing works. Hey, thanks for the raid. Okay. Choose partial armor. No items. Lockpicks. Lazy belt. And no items. And no items. Okay. So armor, lockpicks, and oh, there's another one missing here. The lazy belt. I just said belt. Okay. It's just called belt instead of lazy or lazy belt or whatever. I probably called it lazy. Yeah, this should just be belt. There we go. All right, that's it. That should fix all of it. So now if you play through the game and you buy items, it should properly reflect whatever. Let's do like an actual test of that. Let's do an actual test now. Let's go late in the game. Let's start a new game. Cheat to give ourselves some money. And let's go to like day 14 or something. Or day 15. And test attacking him after buying a different set of items and making sure that it actually reflects the items he should have. I'm going to try to give myself a really a really round amount of cash so I can see how much money it actually costs to buy like half of his inventory, because I really have no idea. No, day 14 is the last one. So add amount, and I'm gonna give myself 100,000. There you go, 100,000. And I think I can't just... if I set it to day 12, I actually don't know. I actually don't know if I set it that using that cheat properly. I might need to move like day after day. Yeah. Let's just advance the day one by one like this. So I think I'm on day 10 now. Yeah, 5 days left. Let's just move 4 more days here. There we go. 1 day to the end. 1 day to the end here. Only 1 day is left. Okay, we're on the final day. The earthquake happens. Oh, geez. Oh, no. No, no, don't lose power. Don't lose power. Don't lose power, no. No, don't lose power. Okay, we're good. Okay. It's a very late bus. Okay, so all the items are here. All the items are here. So, yeah, let's go. Let's actually... Let's do a little cheating. Let's do just a little bit of cheating. And also let's actually set... Because right now, the encounter, if you go down there, it is not actually Mutt. Like, it's not the new Mutt encounter. It's the old one. So I need to change that. Let's do that now. Let's do that now. So that's not going to be Mutt fight. That's going to be God Mutt. There we go. And oh, let's move the current interaction with Mutt. Let's move all of this at the start of this. Okay. Let's make sure that this test works before I go in. Ah, you're not allowed back here. Sorry, I got lost. Attack. Okay, I'm gonna move all of this logic to the next turn. Fade out, fade in. So now that means you get one free turn on him. Okay, let's test this out. And yeah, let's do a couple tests here. So now I'm going in, and now he has all of his items. So this would be God Mutt. This would be the real God Mutt. This would be the toughest version of this fight. You're making a big mistake. Run away now and I'll forget this happened. Now you get a free attack. You just lapping. Oh, I'm not actually gonna survive the... I'm not gonna survive long enough to actually see. Because this is like starting game Sam, so I got nothing right now. Let's equip some cheat stuff so I can at least survive all that. Yeah. Just some basic stuff here. Claymore. Alright, let's see. I should be able to survive that way, at least. Yeah, now I got armor. I got stuff now. Oh, wait. Attack. Now I should be able to survive a little bit. It's still hurting. Oh, that's a lot of damage there. Holy shit. Wait, it's not... Oh, the action I set... Oh, right. Okay, never mind. I messed up. This here says... Yeah, this here says don't run. This should happen at the start of turn 1. There we go. Trying again. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's supposed to happen at the start of turn 2, actually. So yeah, got everything. He's got everything here. He's got everything. Maybe at the end of turn 1? Yeah, at the end of turn 1. That way he gets an entire turn. Maybe at the end of turn 2, he gets this stuff out. So you get to attack twice before he gets the buff and everything. So that way, you know, you have a little chance to sort of prepare. You essentially have two free-ish... You have 2 free-ish turns to prepare before he gets all of his stuff out. That works, I think. Yeah. Alright, now let's go buy some of his stuff to reduce his power like a little bit. And see how much it costs us. Okay, let's see. So, if we had to take like 4 items away, which ones would be the most effective? All the weapons? If we bought all the weapons. Let's buy only the weapons. Right? So, I'll buy the chainsaw. I'll buy the cattle prod spear. The stun baton. The dagger. And the crossbow. You know, this has not actually cost me very much. There might be something wrong with this. I think I might have messed this up. I think I might have messed up the calculation of this. Because these are not costing me that much right now. Yeah, 152? What do you mean? I think I might have messed up the math on this when I was fixing something. Yeah, is it just adding instead of multiplying or something? The pickle hab after I've already bought a bunch of items. Look at how much... It costs 183? Yeah, something's wrong about that. I might have messed this up at one point. I must have been fixing something. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Hang on. That doesn't make sense. Huh. Okay, it's kind of annoying because I put this in a bunch of places, but this is just like one. Okay, I'm gonna put these into a common event, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna put these into a common event. Mutt special price. Like this. And I'm just gonna run that common event instead of running the same code every time. So that way I only need to fix one thing. About special price. Okay. Oh, and this too. There we go. Not special price. Okay, so let's look at these prices here. Okay, this one is correct, although that's too low, but right, because I had lowered it at one point, but then I made it stronger, so I should move it back up. Okay. If I buy this one. Okay, no, this is okay. The pickle haub. I guess I had actually lowered the price of a bunch of these. All right. Okay, yeah, this one's a little pricier. Okay, so I bought a bunch of items. Let's take a quick screenshot of the items left, and let's make sure that these reflect the items that he ends up with. At first, he just does regular attacks for 2 turns. He grabs his special inventory. And here we go. So. Oh. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Uh-oh. Oh! Still alive. Okay, there we go. So let's compare these. This looks right to me. We got the trophy. We got the champion's belt. We got the lockpicks. We got the belt. We got the pickle haub. We got the trauma kit. We got the armor. And, I mean, I don't know for sure if we have the crosswords, because the crossword is just adds an extra ability. It doesn't actually show up visually. But that's looking good. But now I'm gonna die. Wait, Venom Stab? You should not have Venom Stab. Oh. You should not have Venom Stab. Okay, hang on. So Has Dagger is SSW 1289. Oh, okay, that's not the right one. 1289 has lockpicks. This is 1290. 1290. Okay, that's the problem. Oh, are some of these wrong here? Oh, I need to go over these then. Yeah, these are wrong. Lockpicks is... Okay, trauma kit is 91. Oh, are these all off by 1? Lazy belt. Yeah, these are off. These are all off by 1, unfortunately. The spear is 93. The coffee machine is 94. The trophy is 95. Yes. 92, 90. Okay. Lockpicks is 89. Training belt is 88. Crossbow is 87. The champion belt is 86. The baton is 85. Oh, okay, some of these are wrong here. Okay, no, this is, oh. Okay, no, this is correct. And then helmet is 83, armor 82, saw 81. Okay, the crosswords is what tripped it up. The crosswords is what tripped it up. Oh, I don't actually set the crosswords part yet. Okay, that was the problem. So crossword would be 84. Has crossword. Okay. That doesn't mean that I need to check the number here for the crossword. So, has crossword is 314 and event is 24. Okay. So has crossword is here and that sets this. Good. Okay, that should be all the problems. That should be all the problems. All right, cool. Nice, nice, nice. Yep. Okay. This is all working. This is all working. From this point on now, all that's left is to actually polish the assets. So polish the sprites for Mutt. And like, polish the fight itself, balance the fight properly to make sure it's actually possible. I'm gonna need to... I feel like right now it's probably impossible. Like that fight right now at full strength is probably just impossible. I feel like it probably is. I don't know. I kind of want to give it to some playtesters. And I have a few playtesters. I feel like giving it to a few playtesters just to see, just in case it's not actually, like it might not actually be impossible. It might just be, really, really nasty. Like I don't want to preemptively nerf it, Maybe I should maybe next stream, I should just give myself a really broken build and see if I can beat it with that at least. It's kind of hard for me to tell. It's kind of hard for me to tell just how, like, because yeah, I need to try fighting it. I need to at least try fighting it. Yeah, with like a full perfect build. Like, yeah, the absolute best possible build. I need to try that once at least. With like a really busted, yeah, with some really, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I want to do this at least before sending it to playtesters. Because I don't want to just waste their time on something that's absolutely stupid, right? So I kind of want to make sure it's not stupid. It's not at a stupid level of too hard before sending it to them. And then, if it feels like, okay, this is doable, then maybe I'll send it to them after like a few tweaks.
No, it's time to stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, yeah, I'll try to do my own test first. And then we'll see where it goes from there. All right, well, that's going to be it for tonight, folks. So before I go, I'll just link my Patreon. Please have a look. And let's look for someone to raid. Let's look for someone to raid. Anyone playing Look Outside right now? There might be. There might be someone playing Look Outside. Oh yeah, there's someone here. Oh, we got two options here. All right, okay. One of the streamers playing the game is a real life SCP. Damn. Let's raid them. A real life SCP. That's right.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's it. Not me.
All right, let's go. Let's raid Mallow V2.
Who used to play with hacky sacks? Who here is a hacky sack advocate for hacky sack?
There you go. All right. Hey, thank you all for watching, folks. And take care.
Cocky handshake, rubber mallet. Cocky handshake. Shoot a jet of acid from a flower pin to your shirt. Let's try it.